Length and a half. Upstart Yankee up on the outside of heat reheat. Big spin has gotten closer. Is going to dive toward the inside. A final 16th to go. Winter Falcon is pleading for the wire. Here's Upstart Yankee on the outside. Big spin down at the fence.
Yeah, good morning and welcome to sunny California. I'm in Pleasanton, California, getting ready for my final day announcing at Pleasanton, or Golden State Racing at Pleasanton, which is where the Pleasanton Fair is at, but it's the new commercial meet here. They called me like a week before the season started and said they needed somebody to call the races for a bit. I happened to be out west, so I had to not go to the Breeders' Cup, but was excited to go here. So I've been here this is my fourth weekend, so I've been here for 3 weeks. I'm going to start my road trip home tomorrow. I'm going to try to vlog the road trip home. The only reason I'm doing that is because my boss, Margot at Tampa, she loves my cross-country road trip. So Margot, when contract negotiations come up next year, remember that I did this. But let's go to the races. All right, so just got parked. I got a pretty short drive from my hotel to here. It's like 5 minutes. But we have, it's on the track is in the fairgrounds, so we have to park outside, and it's, you know, a little bit of a hike in. We have to go through this little tunnel and get our bags checked, and then we'll go in. There's a car show going on today, so we'll get to see some cool cars here in a few minutes. So there's the track. Here's the cars, some of them. But there's cars all the way over on the other side, too. Bel Air. Chevy. GTO. 80s Corvette. Batmobile. So now we're getting to the track. There's the grandstand. There's the jocks room. And then our entrance is kind of around the corner there. So here's the back of the grandstand. There's kind of 3 entrances, I guess the east one, a central one, and a west one right here. And then the car show, like I said, is going on all through that. Like I said, we're right in the middle of the fairgrounds. So here's kind of some OTB area. There's a little bar over there. And then you got kind of the main line of tellers and TVs, another bar. We'll go out front here. So over here is the paddock, which I have honestly not been to yet. So now we can see it. It's actually pretty nice. 10 stalls and a 1A. There's no 12 horse fields here. The gate does hold 12. And then here's the infield. We'll get a better look at the infield from upstairs because there's a golf course and driving range, but there's kind of the cool little water tower. One of the big owners up in Northern California, the Johnny Tabawada, he does a lot of work with autism, and he's got a group called Horses for Autism, and they do a lot of really cool stuff here. A lot of his horses you'll hear have autism in the name, and so that's him. Here's the grandstand. It's pretty big. It's way bigger than like Tampa or even Colonial as far as scope. And then we're up on the roof up top there. And in the great tradition of announcers' booth everywhere, there's always some stairs. I can only think Gulfstream is like one of the only handicap accessible announcers' booths I can think of. Basically anything newer than probably 2000. And then my favorite part, we get to walk on the roof, which you get a really great view, like the hills behind here. And there's up towards like Walnut Creek and Danville. East would be to the east, and then San Jose is right through that valley on the other side of those hills. So, and here's our box. There's 2 floors. The second floor is camera and photo finish. First floor is me, placing judges, and the stewards. And so here is my little corner, which again I share with the stewards over there and the placing judges. So it's Grants Pass is the only other time where I've been a shared area with someone. It's a little weird because when you're talking and other people are talking and doing their job, but I got used to it pretty fast. So here's a view of Pleasanton Racecourse. Golden State Racing at Pleasanton now. This is the warm-up putting green. Driving range over there. 6 furlong starts, traditional mile track. There's the water fountain I told you about. And then a little 9-hole executive golf course in the infield. So we do have a little thing to catch us if we fall. There's the winner's circle, Pleasanton tag. Finish line, Golden State Racing Pleasanton. And that is the view of the course. So my little desk setup here is actually pretty good. I got a TV there if I need it. I always just use this one to, you know, when post parades are going on, because I have to announce all the horses in the post parade here, and then for payoffs and stuff right here. But I got my color stuff and my program form and my program, my headset here. So I got simulcast PA. So every time I go to do an announcement, I just got to hit them both at the same time. And just hold my binoculars there and there. So the angle's a little weird because I'm very over the track. Like usually at Tampa and Colonial, I'm pretty set back. So that's a little bit different. Like calling photos has been a little tricky, but it's actually a really good view for most of the time down the stretch. You know, there's an obstruction there at the quarter pole, those trees, but they just are for a quick second. The toughest one is right there. They go behind right about the 3.5, behind that kind of fall colored tree for a little bit. But other than that, it's a really good spot. I mean, like I said, you don't even notice through there because it's like you can kind of see them at every point. And then back there's the 6 furlong chute. I like to sit when I call, which makes this tough. So usually in the 2-turn races, I kind of do a little stand up for a second and then sit back down. My favorite pen, oh, just 10 days away.
Strong is good for the first. Thank you.
Just taking a little stretch between races, getting ready for the 3rd race, which is a route race. Yeah, just wanted to reflect a little bit on the time here. It's been very fun. I love doing these little fill-ins. Like I did Sam Houston a couple years ago. I've done a few other ones, and Monmouth obviously was a longer one, but it's just such a neat experience to get to live somewhere for a few weeks and really spend some time in a city instead of just a little vacation. I got to see a lot of friends and family here, which was very, very cool. So very glad that I did it. Also, the money's going to help pay for my hurricane damage at the house back in Florida, which I got to get busy on. I had a tree come down and my fence came down bad, and so that's a bit of a bummer, but this will help alleviate that cost. So I'm very happy about that too.
Now Forges to a narrow advantage. Prancing Lady back in second. Max is Maxine. Manuel Americano to win it by 2 in the end. Prancing Lady was second. Union Air is third. And Sound of Glory finished fourth. Yeah, the race is on. Good start for Upstart Yankee out wide. Winter Falcon set for speed down. Toward the inside, a final 16th to go. Winter Falcon is pleading for the wire. Here's Upstart Yankee on the outside. Big spin down at the fence.
All right, so that's going to close out my time here in Pleasanton. Going to head downstairs out to my car and back to the hotel to get packed up. We'll start the road trip tomorrow. I'm hoping to vlog the trip. I'm going to go. I'll talk about that on tomorrow's video. But big thanks to the people here at Pleasanton. Thanks to you guys for watching, and we'll see you back very soon.